Hello, and welcome back to the Burnt Pancakes podcast. I am your host, Katie Fenske, and I am super excited to welcome back my good friend, Megan, who was on last week. So if you heard last week's episode, you heard us talk about Christmas gifts for our children, for our neighbors, for our friends, for ourselves, but we left off one very important person, and that is our husbands. Megan is going to share the gift that every man wants for Christmas. You cannot go wrong if you get your husband or boyfriend or significant other this one special gift. So she's going to share it with us in just a minute. But before we get started on this conversation, this is a disclaimer that this is a good one to listen to with your headphones. It is not meant for children. It's also not meant for my mom or my mother-in-law. And my husband should just skip this one too. So without further ado, let's make the holidays the most wonderful time of year for our husbands. Well, welcome back, Megan, to another episode of the podcast.
Yay!
Okay, so last week we talked all about Christmas gifts for kids, for friends, for moms, but we forgot a very special person. We forgot our husbands, the men in our lives. Now, you have created a gift that every man wants for Christmas. One that makes it the most wonderful time of the year for him. So please tell us, I'm glad you shared this with me because I love this idea. Tell us a little bit about the 12 Sexy Days of Christmas.
Okay, so it all started, my husband and I had our first baby, and Christmas time was coming, and I just felt like, I just want to make sure that I love on him and really am intentional about time with him, because I felt like the Christmas season comes, you have a new baby, and life is just chaotic and a mess. Right. And I just really wanted something that he would really enjoy. And I really wanted to show him that I loved him and that I was thinking of him and that he was a priority in my life. Because I think as moms, our men are like last on the list so often.
Especially those first couple years when you've got little ones always on you. You want no one else on you.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing to do with anyone. And during Christmas time. So not only are you a mom, but then Christmas, all the like extra on top of it for that. So I wanted to make sure that I really loved on him. And I think this is divine intervention because really it was like totally a God thing. And I came up with the 12 days of Christmas, but sexy version.
I love it.
Yeah. So I made up that every day I would do something special for him. Mostly sexy time. That's mostly
that's all they really
mostly
want
all it
for
was
Christmas,
bow
right?
chicka wow wow, because that's pretty much all he wants.
But it's great because it I'm not saying it forces you to do it, but it makes it
focuses you. Yes, intentional.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the more like you're thinking about it, the
more
it's
excited you are.
Fun.
Totally.
Like I look forward to December now.
It made December so fun.
Did you actually start on the first day, or did you?
I did start. So we had started dating the 13th of December, and from the 13th, I started on the 13th.
So did you? How did you tell him? Hey, I have a gift for you.
I think I just said, I love you so much, and I want you to know I have 12 days of special things coming. And then each day I had a little like note of here's what we're going to do today.
Okay. So Megan introduced this to me a couple of years later. And I will say my husband also likes this gift.
Thank goodness you were on board. Kate is so good at just jumping into anything. So she was like, yeah, I'll do that with you. Yes. And it makes it so much fun to do it. Like,
well, especially by like day 10 and you're like,
I'm done. This is really getting hard.
2 more days, girl.
2 more days. I'm almost there.
For him, I would like just give him 12 cards and be like, day 1, open your card and see what you get.
That's so cute. Yes.
And I'm telling you, he like jumps out of bed in the morning to see what the card says.
Legitimately, my husband says this is the most magical time of year. He loves it so much, and it's so fun, and it's so sweet. It's such a sweet time, and it makes our relationship better.
Yeah,
and it just
but also
makes
how easy it is.
It's so easy, and it's
to
free.
Make them happy.
Literally, you wouldn't have to spend a dime on this.
Okay, so what are some things that you do?
Okay, so I could start with the top of the song because the first one is 12 Dumber Dumber.
So you go through all 12.
I go through all 12.
Things.
I try to, not every year, but I try in. But they don't all have to be sexy time. They don't all have to be,
or they could be as PG,
G-rated
as you want.
Yes, it's more just about focusing specifically on him and making this a special time for him.
Okay.
So
you do whatever you as a couple are comfortable with.
Yes. That's
don't go out and buy whips if that's not your
Kate has a lot of those. I do not.
Well, no, speaking
Mom, I don't have
those. Not have whips. I do not have whips. But I did find a wig in my closet the other day, and I was like, oh, Christmas.
Yes.
The boys don't do that. That bright blue wig.
Latex reminds me of Christmas. It's so magical. It's the most magical time of year.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So 12 drummers drumming. So for the first year, I did 12 love songs that reminded me of him. And just sent him like a little playlist of love songs that reminded me of him.
He's like, sweet. Now,
what's the real? This is like, he's like, this is lame. Great. Thanks
Great.
a
I'll
lot,
listen to
Meg.
your music. Yeah. But that is sweet.
But
like
and we do have a couple of songs that like we both love and like make it's just like sweet. So it's like a sweet thing. He came home and was like, that was so sweet. You know, like while he was at work,
or like
he was able to play it. Songs from college. We've dated for a long time, so a lot of songs. So that was sweet. Like it was a sweet one. The next one is Piper's Piping.
Okay.
So
I think I can guess that one.
Go for that one, Kate. What do you think of
I'm
Piper
guessing
Piping?
you have to have a pipe in your mouth. So, okay, I could figure that one
Kate
out.
figured it out. That's good.
We'll just
I know.
leave that
I'm
one
not
here.
gonna. That's the one. There we go. Kate figured it out. The 10th one is Lords a Leaping. So sometimes like I won't do exactly like what the song is saying, but like I did.
That's a hard one.
I know that was a hard one. But like you can do anything. I mean, really anything. Like watch a movie together or something like that. Like. This is a debate, like a long-standing debate in our house, whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I am like a hard no on that.
Oh, yeah. Jake has gotten me on board.
Okay.
Jake has gotten me on board with
Well,
that.
my husband thinks it absolutely is. So, Lords Leaping, there's lots of men leaping in that movie around. So,
Got it.
We
Watch
watched
a
a guy
movie
movie.
together.
Yeah, watch
Okay.
a guy movie cuddle,
Oh,
whatever.
that's a
So that
fun
was
one.
sweet. 9 ladies dancing. So this is when our pole dancing class came
in
handy. Side note, do not do this close to a heater because you will burn your buns, which I did do.
No. Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, because you have a wall heater.
Yeah. So that's
Yikes.
just a side
Woo.
note. Yeah.
How do the professionals do it?
I don't know. It's a dangerous job for
They have
these
the air
girls.
going.
Yeah, you got to keep the air going. The next ones, I'm trying to think of some other like really good ones that we've done. I feel like there's just like so many options. Like French horns is one of them. And you could do like French kisses. I was like, we're going to do like
cute.
4 French kisses today. And even that, like to pause and to kiss in the middle of the chaos of Christmas is so sweet and so special, you know? And
that one's cute.
Yeah. So it like slows
well.
us down and connects us. And I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. We've done like selfies, sending fun selfies. And maybe that's something you've never done with your husband, but that's like fun. This is why we have a husband. It's fun. I
think the sexting is a fun one.
Yes.
And that's something we normally don't do.
Yeah.
But I always like have to triple check.
Make sure it's sending
Make
him.
sure I'm not sending
And
my
not
mom.
to mom. Yeah.
I can't wait to do this tonight. Oh my God, Mom, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
But that is fun. That's a fun one.
Yes.
Like, we don't normally do that.
Totally. Yes.
Yeah.
So I do feel like it's just like so sweet. And the husbands are so excited. I cannot emphasize enough. Like if you're watching this and you're thinking, maybe I'll do that, do it. Every person, every girl I've talked to, every wife I've talked to that's done this has come back saying their husbands are so happy.
Right.
It makes the Christmas season so special for them. It's just like such a gift. So you've got to do it. And I'm so glad you do it with me. You have some really creative ones.
Yeah, I've tried different things over the years. Like I once made like an advent calendar where he would like lift up to see what was under him. I definitely like the sexting. We do that every year. Last year I did kind of like Christmas phrases.
Okay.
They were a little bit harder. Like Visions of Sugar Plums was
Okay.
one day.
Okay.
And that meant he got to sleep in the next day.
Oh, I thought that meant plums.
Oh,
Sugar plums.
it could mean that also. You go R-rated, I'll go G. I did do Jingle His Balls.
Okay, that's exciting.
But just like simple ones, you know,
Totally,
like
yes.
a foot massage. Or like
Yes.
one year I surprised him and like took him out to dinner. I got my mom to watch The Boys and I said, tonight I'm taking you
special
to dinner.
date night,
And it was
yes.
like, so you do have to plan ahead a little bit.
You do. This is
Like
true.
this is
you
a
do
weekend.
have to plan it out. Yeah.
This is a weekend, or
This
I
is
know
when
we
I
have
can
his
do
Christmas
this.
party. I
Yes.
can't be, you know, doing that.
Jingling your balls at the Christmas party. Or maybe you could.
Well, maybe that's what. I don't know.
Whatever floats your boat. Whatever.
I do feel like when you plan it and it ends on like Christmas Eve, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because usually Christmas Eve
You're
is like
so
we did
overwhelmed.
the dinner, we did this, we're wrapping gifts, and then it's like,
I'm so excited. Do you really want to do this now? Yeah.
Can we
Postpone.
do 13?
Yeah.
Can we put
Let
it
me
back
check
a little
this
bit?
one.
But
That's-
just that alone, like the fact that you're putting in this effort.
Totally. I did start it the first couple of years. I started it on the 13th. Then I kind of amended it and started on the 1st of December because
That's
I felt
fun.
like that was like sweet, like that
Kick
led
off the
the-
holiday
yeah.
season in a good way. I love that.
So it worked out well. So yeah, because ending on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day is hard. It gets exhausting.
Yeah. That's where you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
This is really hard.
maybe.
But I've also done it through Christmas
To New Year's.
to New Year's because we were out of town one time and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
So
you
that
don't want to
kinda
do that
worked.
at your mother-in-law's
Yes,
house,
I
right?
wasn't really. Yeah, or maybe you do. I don't know. What is? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's really fun though. I think it's
So
such a
fun.
good-
Okay, so if someone wanted to start this, what are some like really good basic ones that are good to start?
That's a good question. I feel like if you're like feeling nervous about it, start with just like one day we're gonna hug 10 times a day. One day, like just like sweet, gentle ones, you know, like if you're feeling really nervous about
Work
it.
into it.
Yeah, and like kind of get some
Work
confidence
yourself
in-
up to Megan's level.
Yes, I can link below whips if you are interested. Just kidding. I don't, Mom, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, I love this. I love this because it's something that's, you're right, free,
Yep.
easy to do.
Yep.
And so many times we're like so busy with like, I'm tired, I'm this, but
Yeah.
we never like stop to think like,
How is he feeling?
how can we love on our husbands in a
And it
way
gives-
that they love?
That,
They love.
yeah, and it gives you energy too in a weird way. You
I
know?
look forward to it.
I totally do. I get.
I haven't
excited.
planned for this.
I know,
one yet.
we're gonna
I
have
need
to sit down
I need
and
to get
plan
my
it out.
cards ready. I'm telling you though, like he hops out of bed, looks at the car in the morning, and I'm so afraid our cleaning lady is gonna see him one day. I'm like, oh, jingle his ball. No, that's something else. That's not his balls.
It means juggling. He loves to juggle. So that's,
yeah. But it's so fun. I think it's such a great thing that you have shared with me because
I'm so glad you do it with me. It makes it way more fun. If you can get
well,
a
I don't
girlfriend
do it
that's on
with
board
you.
too. No, we don't do it together. We just like brainstorm
We cheer each
together.
other on.
Yes,
we cheer
a
each other
partner.
on.
Yeah,
Because I think it's so important to like, you have your kids.
Yeah.
But you also have your marriage.
Yeah.
And one day the kids are going to be gone and
that's
you
all you
want
have.
to still make sure you're nurturing that marriage.
Totally, exactly.
And
I
this
think
is
a
one
great
way to do it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Maybe we'll share your list in the description.
Well, link below.
Thank you. Woo, well, I think I am fired up and ready for the holidays with that one. So thank you, Megan, for coming on. I love that you shared this very special gift with us. And I hope some of you will also take some inspiration from this episode. If you do enjoy it, please make sure to like and subscribe. Come chat up on social media. Let me know if you're going to be doing and celebrating the 12 days of Christmas this December. And until we meet again next Friday, I want to remind everyone that everyone burns their first pancake, so just keep flipping.